Hello, hello. Let's talk about healing today and what really is behind healing, what backs healing, and why many people go internally and unconsciously. There's a conscious and logical desire, understanding, and awareness of, yeah, I probably need some healing. Yeah, I can see how things are still impacting and influencing me and still showing up in these patterns in my relationships, I recognize them and I'm aware of them, but what does it really take? There's oftentimes a lot of fear around what it will really take and a belief, a limited, faulty, negative belief that it takes forever. It takes a long time, that this is a journey of a lifetime, that this never ends. The beautiful thing is that where there's an ending, there's a new beginning. So when this ends, there's going to be a new beginning to something else that will also be revealing. It will reveal more of you, the truth of you. It will reveal another level, another layer. So there's different ways to look at it. But this experience of healing, of transforming, of bringing in and utilizing the unlimited, vast power of your unconscious mind is something that can seem too big and too daunting and something that can seem quite boring. Well, we're going to take away all my fun. And here's the thing, and this shows up actually in people who want to reduce their weight. You can't say lose weight because loss is equated to pain, and the unconscious mind goes, no more of that. We've had enough. But if you're saying, I want to lose weight or I want to reduce my weight, I want to become my ideal size, I'm just going to eat salads all my life. And no, I like variety. I like choice. There's freedom in that. There's limitation in just eat salad, and there's freedom in I can do whatever I want, go wherever I want, be with whoever I want. I'm unrestricted. I'm free. So there's this desire to be free, but then this belief that limitations and restrictions will come in and constrain that. And there's a big to that, especially if you're a sacral authority. Like in my human design, I am a sacral authority. I feel this or a like a yes or a no. And I feel it automatically and internally. I feel it in my gut. And so it's this and or a mm-mm. And we all have our own unique space and place, way that we experience that and we go through that. But a lot of times, especially when we're coming out of toxicity and negativity, that feels exciting. So there's unconscious beliefs that when it's high and low and up and down, that's exciting, it's liberating, that's experience of freedom, that's the buffet, that's I get variety, I get choice, I get to have fun. And I want to get out of that, but still have variety, choice, and fun in my life. So, what does that mean I'm getting into? And a fear of getting into the unknown, and the unknown can be limiting and constricting and internally. So, there's this energetic internal pull. I want this, but I want this without that. How do we do that? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times the healing feels like, no, I think I'm good. But we understand and we realize that we're not good. I'm not in a good state. I'm not in a good space. I'm not in the state or space that I desire to stay in, but I feel stuck in it. What is it going to take to transform, to change, and to experience a life different from this without limitations or constrictions? Do you see how so quickly it all gets to feel so overwhelming and too much and too big and too, I can't do this and too, this is going to take forever? Well, it depends on the tools that you use. The method and the processes that I use, and I think this is the easiest way to explain it and describe it and to understand it. It came up recently with a conversation I had with someone, and they went, oh, okay, I'm going to be calling you. I said, there are different ways to build a house. You can use a house, or you can build a house using all manual tools. You could do it. It would be a lot more daunting, a lot more painful, and it would take a lot longer. It would require a lot more of you, of your time, your energy, your resources. Or you could build that same exact house using power tools, calling other people in, other people who are experts in what they do. You still get the house. You get it a lot faster and a lot easier. Make sense? Yeah. So, utilizing the power and the unlimited vastness of your unconscious mind and your internal unconscious beliefs is that difference. It's the difference between making a house or building a house with manual tools and just you, or using power tools and calling in experts. Your unconscious mind is the greatest expert that you have access to. It's gaining and getting access to it. That's the power tool. And a lot of people don't understand this part. So they go about it with conscious, logical very constricting and limiting effort. That is the beauty of transformational healing, is access to the greatest power tool you have, which is your internal subconscious beliefs. When you transform those and you get those into alignment, everything in your life changes. You get those into alignment with love, with peace, with joy. Your actions, your patterns, your habits, your behaviors change, all because your unconscious beliefs have gotten into alignment with the truth of who you already are, the truth of you were created to be. And so everything gets on the path, and it's like, oh, wow, how did we do that? So subconscious beliefs are transformed when you experience toxicity in relationships, because they alter and they shape and they transform your personal beliefs about yourself, the way you see yourself, your worth, your value, your ability, your inability to trust yourself. And it looks for past evidence and it says, no, I don't have any worth because, I don't have any value because, I don't have confidence because, I lack confidence because, look at this person. So that must mean that and it becomes this formation of identity that you get trapped in, that identity that feels constricting and limiting. That's what we're here to transform internally and unconsciously. That's the transformational healing work. And that's what completely turns things around. You can try things that completely turn things around, and it'll feel like maybe they go from clockwise to counterclockwise. And so things feel different for a time, but you still feel like you're stuck and you're spinning. You're spinning your wheels like you're on the hamster wheel, because you're like, well, first I was going this way and then I completely did things differently. Now I'm going this way, but it can still feel like you're toggling back and forth because you're still living with the same beliefs, but you're trying to do different things. Does that make sense? If you're tracking, write tracking in the comments. Yes, that makes sense. Yes, I'm tracking. Yes, this is what I've experienced. Yes, this is what I'm ready to break free from and out of. How do we do that? How do we do that? So when you're in that, you're not consciously putting up internal blocks or barriers in the way, but that's what's taken place. There's these invisible internal walls and barriers that have been put in place to protect you and keep you safe. Those are your defense mechanisms, your coping mechanisms, your protective mechanisms. And those are all causing you to feel like you're asleep to, or forget your worth, or not be able to see your worth. When you look at yourself, you see something else. Have you ever experienced that? When you've gone through toxic relationships in the past and now you look at yourself and you see something else, you look at yourself and you see someone else. Other people see the truth of who you are. But when you see the lies of who you are. You hear what other people have said about who you are, and you don't desire to see yourself in a way that's in alignment and agreement with them and that toxicity, those limitations and that negativity. But there's an internal unconscious agreement, like, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I wasn't cut out for this. Maybe I am crazy for thinking that, I want life to be different, or that it can possibly be different. So it's all being filtered through this lens of these internal unconscious beliefs, which are causing you to feel like numb or asleep to, or forget your worth, or not be able to see your worth, or not trust in it, not believe in it, not believe in the value that you have eternally, that you bring to this planet, that you bring to life, that you bring to your relationships, those with yourself and with others as well. So you internally can say logically, I know, but that's all like head logic. That's all up here. And it feels constricted and limited and unable to drop into here, to drop down from that space between your head into your heart and into your sacral, into your gut, into your soul, and to really be pulled energetically, deeply, more internally. That really embeds and impedes your soul, your body, your mind, your spirit, your energy, your frequency, your vibration, to really call in and to be with all of these things. That is where this internal unconscious work really transforms everything. Everything gets expressed differently externally when things are different internally, unconsciously. Are you following me? Does this make sense? And this is oftentimes that subconscious dissonance. We talk about cognitive dissonance, and there's a subconscious dissonance between your desires and the transformation that takes you back to your truth. There's logical, faulty reasoning taking place that leads to a dissonance in the actions taking place. Like, I say this, I think this, I think that I feel this, I believe this, but I'm going to go do this. Leaving your head feeling like it's a mess. So it's getting not only your head clear and free from the chaos and the mess, but getting your heart clear from the free and the chaos and the mess, getting your gut clear the chaos and the mess, getting everything in alignment and in agreement. Right now, it is in alignment and agreement, but not things that are making you feel free to live, free to be, free to trust in yourself and others. It's not living you, allowing you to live in alignment with love, with true ultimate freedom. It's like this jaded freedom. It's like freedom if you do this, if this, then that. And it's very constraining, constricting, and limiting. So this is getting to the point, A, where you've accepted, acknowledged, and become aware, right? In the beginning, there was acceptance, acknowledgement, awareness. In the beginning, all of those start with A. That's the first place. That's where you begin. You accept and you acknowledge and you're aware that I desire to open up. I desire for transformation, internal transformation. I desire to use the most powerful tool that I have. I understand that it's my unconscious mind, and I'm ready to invest in this because I'm ready to invest in transformation and a new experience with living, an experience of living in alignment, in and with. I desire an experience to live in and with this, with truth, with love, with freedom. That's ultimately and really what this is all about. This transformational healing, this transformational shift, this internal reorganization, restructuring, reprogramming, rewiring, and getting things into their natural state and place. You were created and you were born that way. And getting into experiencing toxic relationships where there's emotional unavailability, emotional neglect, emotional abuse, it alters and it skews all of this. And so it's really just getting it back to its original, beautifully perfect programming. You are worth your value and believing in it, trusting in it, seeing it, loving it, honoring it, acknowledging it. That's this state. And many people are not for this because it seems boring or it seems like it's going to be something that takes forever. I'm here to tell you it's not something that takes forever. My past clients are proof of concept that it doesn't take forever and that there is freedom, rapid freedom, and a powerful process to move towards that light and begin living in it, trusting in it. That it's not there to expose all of your weaknesses or the areas that are full of shame and guilt. It's there to transmute and transform those and call them into this new way of living and being, using the power tool of your unconscious mind. It's not boring, it's liberating, it's freedom. It's the true freedom. It's the expression of a new direction. And it's not, oh, I'm not going to have any choices. Now you do have choices, but you make healthy choices. You make aligned choices and decisions. You call in people, experiences, thoughts, images, beliefs, visions of expansion and expression, which is freedom and love. And so you see how you were living this kind of flip-flop backwards life before. The way that you were living before, you thought it was that, you hoped it was that, kind of crossed your fingers and went, maybe, hope it's that. And really see that it's in this transformation that it truly becomes that which you've always dreamed and desired it would be. Make sense? Whew, so good. So it takes that internal transformation and the shifting of making the boring exciting and the exciting boring so that your nervous systems feel safe, your nervous and energetic system, your spiritual system feels safe, feels regulated, feels plugged in and tuned in to frequencies that ignite you, that have you feel like you're living alive, like you're living in alignment with your person, your person, yourself, and other people that support you, guide you, mentor you, surround you with love and freedom, and call it out of you and honor it and sit with it when it's there. And even when there's a little road bump that says it's not, getting you to see that that's simply a lie. It's not the truth of who you are, and it's not the belief of who you are. But getting into alignment with the belief of who you are takes that internal transformation and shift, takes that internal flip of the switch. And it's fun. It gets to be fun. It gets to be fun because it gets to be a breakthrough, and the breakthrough gets to lead to freedom from living that way, from believing that way, from living and believing in this box of lies that you've lived all your life, and seeing that was never the truth of who I am, and returning to the truth of who you are. And that gets to be exciting when the program is now in alignment. Returning to your original blueprint, your original state that says, I am worthy, I am deserving, it is safe to trust, I love trusting. It is safe to believe in myself. It is safe to know that I was built for more, meant for more, created for more love, more freedom, more joy, more peace, more compassion, and freedom from all of toxicity and negativity. Whew. I know this feels a lot easier said than done, but it gets to be easier done than said when you take that step into acknowledging, appreciating, accepting, and becoming aware that you desire this change for yourself. You desire this investment and transformation for yourself and move towards that, because what you're moving towards is moving towards you. So if you've been in that state where you feel like I'm stuck, toxicity, negativity, limitations always seem to be in the present, and you're ready to get into alignment with your truth and see that those were all lies that others benefited from you believing, and get into alignment and receive and experience the benefit of believing the truth about you. You are already enough. You were not broken. You don't need fixing. There's nothing wrong with you. There never has been and there never will be. And your worth is not determined by your works. A lot of us try to work our way to this type of emotional, internal freedom and find that no matter how hard we work, we never experience that, because this is not a work-based experience. It's an internal transformational experience. It's an energetic experience. It's a spiritual experience. It's an emotional experience. That is this beautiful experience of transformational healing. If you're watching this in July, I've got 2 more spots for private clients to work together. So you can apply through sarahpacaro.com. If you're watching this any other time, you can still reach out and connect. And you might find that maybe starting or beginning with one of the programs is best for you, or you just want to go right into all of this and experience this rapid freedom. Experience the internal alignment and shift with truth of seeing your worth and your value, not just seeing it, but feeling it, embodying it, embracing it, experiencing it, believing in it. The internal unconscious level, not just this, oh yeah, affirmation, surface level, conscious level, I believe in myself, I am worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. And then hearing that internal voice that you actually align and believe with that says, no, you're not, no, you're not. Who do you think you are? It's deeper than just this surface level conscious work. It's transformational, it's internal, it's spiritual, it's energetic, and absolutely magnetic. When you're in this state, watch miracles and magic happen around you, and watch yourself just laugh at it, because it's the essence of divine, it's the essence of source of glory of God going, huh, you were there all along. And being in this as essence and embodiment of creation of this, that's already there, it's already available to you. Tapping, tuning, and plugging into it within you and watching it and experience it being expressed externally. It's such an incredible life. And it's a life that you deserve to experience living. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to talk to you more about working privately if that's what you feel aligned to do and called to do. You can find out more and apply at sarahpacaro.com. Until then, I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.